welcome back to the channel. I just like that intro so much that I had to hear it again. So hopefully you guys are doing well, and you guys had a great week. Just been working hard and going down a rabbit hole, which is what I'm going to talk to you about on this one. And I posted something the other night, and I was really excited, guys. I came across this a web browser that has totally kind of changed things for me a little bit. So you guys know that my process when I buy stuff is I buy stuff daily, and then I go in and then I pick everything up once a week, and then I have to create drafts for maybe 50 to 70 items. It may not seem like a lot, but I'm going in and creating drafts based on the information on Amazon and all this stuff to have a really complete listing, and that's important to me. And I really do feel like having complete listings is a big part of why we do so well with our sales. Well, came across, I don't know how I came across it, but there's a new tool that I'm going to kind of share with you because I'm more concerned about this getting out to the masses and making a problem for people. I don't want that. But there's a tool that it's essentially a browser, and it will do everything that I would be able to do with my mouse and my keyboard. Just give it a simple set of instructions, and it'll do all the clicking and moving and typing and all the things that you would do when you're building a listing. And I'm going to show you, but before I do this, I want to do this before this disappears. Want to say hello to Keith. Says, John, I try to get through to eBay with your question. Likewise for Primo, because eBay never fails to disappoint. Can't help but to feel the brush off. Yeah, and Keith put out a video a couple days ago and about his experience. I watched it, and I was very disappointed for him and for the community. So check that out. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but I just wanted to acknowledge your super chat. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. So I want to show you guys this real quick. And I have to do a voiceover for this because it's not going to allow me to play the audio for whatever reason that I recorded with this video. But it's about 2 minutes, and it's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and play it, and I'll tell you what we're looking at here. Whoops, not that. I tell you guys, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I am all over the place right now, but here we go. We're going to try it again. Here we go. So this is my employee. I'll call him AI Comet. And it does a decent job. You can see here it's putting in the title. I've given it specific instructions. But now I don't like this. What did I tell you about using brand names? Please review the title. So it's like a 3-year-old child that is very, very brilliant, smart. Probably the smartest 3-year-old child you'll ever deal with, but they have to be constantly redirected to, so you can see I told it about the title, and it's saying it's updated to 73 characters. I want it as many characters as possible. I've already outlined this. I had like an 8-page document. So I'll have to go in and make some tweaks to this. And that's just the thing with AI. You know, you see I'm not doing anything. It's all doing this on its own. With AI, it is has a mind of its own, and you have to try to redirect it. So I think you got to constantly give it instructions. And I'm constantly updating my instruction page that I made because you have to kind of spell it all out for AI. So that's what this thing is doing for me right now. It's filling in all the item specifics that it can find. And I don't like the whole brand thing. I like to be unbranded, so I need to make sure I remind it of that. But that is what it kind of looks like in a nutshell of what I'm working on. Back to that's kind of the clip there. Just wanted to put a little clip in to kind of show you what the hell I'm talking about. So as you saw in that, it's going through and doing like a checklist of things that it's supposed to do. I went in today and I created like a 5-page Word document that I copied and pasted into this thing. And it's a clear set of instructions from the beginning of one item to the end to create a draft. And when the draft's created, I then have a listing that I can throw photos into, review, add pricing, weight, dimensions, launch, right? And that's the plan. It's going to save me 3 to 5 hours a week in painstakingly create these drafts anyway. So that's kind of the purpose. Now, what is it? Now, what the hell are you talking about, John? What is this thing? This thing is, I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about this new AI, and they don't sponsor the channel. And real quick, guys, she didn't want me to tell you guys. She didn't want me to tell you guys because there's so many things that can go wrong if you use this that I don't want to be responsible for it. So please do not try to repeat what I'm doing. I'm only giving this information to you for reference, and that's it. The caveat is I wouldn't, unless you have really good expertise at dealing with computers and dealing with AI and giving it instructions, I wouldn't. There's this thing called perplexity.ai, and they have a new Comet browser which is entirely infused with AI, meaning that you type something in just to do a Google search or a search, it's like interacting with you. And you could give it a list of instructions to fulfill. And I had it, and I was so excited. Those of you guys who are on the Discord, if you're not, get on there. You'll see an example of what I'm talking about, how I went in and had this AI go in and complete within one of my drafts, go into that draft, use the fitment tool on eBay Motors, and it completed every single car, make, model, year, and trim that applied to this part and saved its work for me to go in. And it's like, if anything, if that's all I have, that's awesome, right? But then I thought, you know what? Let's see what this thing can do. Like, I had it clean out my Gmail inbox for me, just as a sample of what this thing can do. I had it go in and unsubscribe through email by email, unsubscribe to some of these places I don't even want to get emails from, and it did a lot of it for me. And it's just absolutely amazing. The problem is that this AI, if it's not carefully done, it can go in and interface with malicious websites with malicious code that can tell it to go in and steal your banking material or go in and send out emails or delete items. I mean, it's certainly possible. They have things in here to try to stop that, but it's still not 100%. And I am like watching this like an employee. So like right now I have it working, and I gave it too many commands, I guess. I don't know. So I have to figure out it's actually stopped right now because it's says I need to upgrade it. So it only gives you so much data to work with, which is fine when you're dealing, like if you're trying to do large batches of stuff. So it's $20 a month is what it boils down to be if you want the pro, like $200 a month for the unlimited version, which I ain't doing. But I found that on Etsy, someone offered a year code for a year for $6, and it worked. And so I have that code now, and it's only $6. So I'm really excited about it. I'm using it. At least now it stopped me, so I don't know how many listings I can get done. There's a lot of work that goes into one listing, a lot of processes. I'm learning what it can do, what my limitations are, and then the goal is to build some processes around this to save myself and give myself back some time. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this. And I only show it to you guys to show you the sheer power and awesomeness of AI. And it's, in a year from now, it's what we have right now is going to be like, it's going to be totally different than what we have that we're seeing right now. It's going to be totally advanced. And for those of you who are not on board with the AI thing, it's not me trying to push something. I'm just getting out in front of it and trying to let you guys know that AI is here. And if you don't embrace that, it's sort of like those who resisted switching from their flip phone to a smartphone. It's like, no, this is fine. It has text and I can make phone calls. I mean, that's what you heard from many people when the iPhone first came out. And then over time, people reluctantly switched over to these smartphones. And now most people can't function without them. And I really think that that's kind of the way of AI in all of its different phases. So that just gives you an example and why I'm sort of excited. And I mean, I got stopped here. I've got to figure this out after the show and find out why it's only giving me so much data since I have a plan now, but we'll have to figure that out. Roadblocks always happen, but once I figure all this out, I can now develop certain processes that I used to do myself, that even if I save myself, a couple hours every time I do these drafts and I just got to do the rest of it, then it's saving me time. It's worth it. So that's that, and really nothing else is going on that's worth talking about. Got my second batch of Ground Advantage boxes. Those are earmarked for Archie, and I talked to my carrier about this, and he's like, look, he pretty much echoed the same thing I said, that there's really no concern whether you're using it for Posh or for eBay or for whatever, as long as you're using a Ground Advantage label. So maybe we're getting different answers from different people, but this guy knows his stuff, so I tend to kind of trust what he's telling me, what's going on. So again, thank you to Keith for being not only first, but the super chat. Nice to see you. And here's John Gaynor. Nice to see you, John. Keith says, John and Jenna, I hope you had a chance to see the eBay Open video. Yes, I did. I commented on that video. So you got to go into your comments because what I think is maybe a good idea, Keith, is maybe we get you on the show maybe on Monday if you can do that, and as a guest, and we can talk about that experience more, because it seems like they gave you a different feel. Maybe what they learned was, look guys, let's just be real with these people and stop trying to fluff up the eBay experience to make them go away feeling pumped up, and let's just show them who we really are. Maybe that's what happened at eBay Open. But for you to go there, for number one, it didn't seem to be all that busy as compared to the one we went to. And they had a lot of people standing around. And it would seem to me that they would be the most eager to try to help you and not just brush you off. Because what else the hell they're going to do? Not like they had a line of people and it's like, look, we don't have time to go through this. Let's just move on to the next one and get as many people through this line as we can. I doubt that you had to deal with that. So there's no excuse for them not to have tried to help you in any way that they could have. But Keith got a sale already. Awesome. Nice to see that. Susan Phelps says, hey, John and Jenna and FA family. Hope all is well. All is great. All is great. I hope you guys are doing good. Mike Mecco says, hi, John and Jenna in chat. Back home and no distractions. Time to get serious about Q4. Did have good sales while I was away and continue to have them. The meetup was a great time. Now back to work. Well, I'm glad you were able to get back safely, and I'm glad to hear you guys had a good time. Maybe next time we'll be able to get out there with you guys. Thomas S. says, hey, how's everyone? Nice to see you, Thomas S. Says, finally not outsourcing on Friday night and can be here. It's been a week or so. Sourcing tomorrow, 220 house down wide yard sale. Town wide, 220 houses town wide. So 220 yard sales. Now, when you say you source on Friday night without giving up the sauce here, what do you actually do? Is it like a nighttime flea market, or
he had to go?
Okay. So if you hit the replay there, Thomas, let me know in the comments down below if you can answer that. Let's see. The Crazy's Life. We saw you on Pitco's video. So nice to see that. And also I did go in and watch your other video, Keith, on the Xbox One breakdown, teardown, and what the parts are worth. And it's funny because I just listed Tyler's same exact model of that, and I put it up for $79 plus shipping. It hasn't got a hit yet, and it's fully functional. It makes me wonder if that's the teardown for that is the thing I should be doing with that. But Without your video, I wouldn't have any idea on how to do it. So a lot of good information from Keith on his channel. Go check out his channel, Pitco Tech Repairs. And I guess he changed that one from last time, but that's where he's at. And he's done a lot of good editing with this content. So go and check him out, people. Queen Bees, Arizona. I think that's probably what you mean. I've always wondered that. Hello, happy Friday, beautiful people. Nice to see you, Queen Bees. And yeah, that's Thomas got called away, so he's on Team Replay. Derek W. Pat says, hello, all you awesome, beautiful people. Nice to see you, Derek.
Hello, Derek.
Secondhand Media Man. I'll pop in and listen since I got about 10 subs from Monday's Live. Yeah, awesome. Good stuff. We are going to do a giveaway near the end of this show for more TreeCat merch.
Oh.
You good with that?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that, and like a t-shirt and hat, if you guys are good with that. So stay tuned to the end of the show, and we'll dive into that. Duncan says, the crickets are out in force these few days. I can use the slow time to list more. We have to change our clocks and add an hour. Too hard to do it.
You can do it!
You love prompting her to do that.
He just loves it.
Hit the like for so that Duncan can get free cicadas, because they're missing some. INADS returns and chargebacks. Flipping Easy 8 membership for his membership he's offering is only $350 a week.
And it's payable to me.
Yes, you can send it to Jenna so he can get all those benefits. We appreciate that. Mix Mercantile. Hey, John and Jenna, just had one of my best weeks. New all-time 90-day earnings total high of $5,337.
Wow. That's excellent.
I love that. That's outstanding. Sales for us are okay. Had a few $300 days, nothing crazy, but the second store is doing well. A $100 day here, $200 day there, so we're okay. I'm not going to complain. And what I was planning on doing more preparation for this show. I took a phone call from a family member, and that took about some time that I was going to use for this. So, you know how it is. It's family, eBay, all the stuff, and then if whatever I can put towards the channel is kind of how I roll. So it's just the way it goes. Joe Samard says, hi, John and Jenna. Nice to see you, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
And then Kevin Hawthorne, good evening. Nice to see you, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
And Michael Mullet says, what's up, guys?
Michael.
And I think Michael got to see, he's on the Discord, he got to see the fitment video that I uploaded, how it went through, and it just did all the fitment for me. It's like I was super excited by that. Now I guess I'm getting a little greedy by saying, okay, then it could do more, right? And I'm trying to get it to do complete drafts and start from scratch and optimize title and item specifics that are complete, and going in and having an HTML item description. Why not? It's not going to take much longer, and do all these things. But I think what's happening is I'm running into data cap issues, and that may not be what, maybe it's just make me a basic listing that I can now piggyback off of, where it's set, and then I can go in and do a lot of the stuff. I don't know, but something's got to change with that. But it's a start. It's a start. Michael just sold the infamous Lancashire vomit clock.
Ew.
What is that?
That doesn't sound like something I'd want to buy.
Yeah, and how's everyone's Q4 sales? Now, I didn't do this. Hopefully you guys did this. Did you use your coupon for boxes or supplies on the eBay store? If you have a store on eBay, use your coupon so that you can get your stuff in before stuff starts getting run out.
We haven't used ours yet.
I'm getting a message. Why do people always... why do buyers message me? It's like they know that I'm doing this show.
No, the buyers?
The
really?
Buyers. This is a buyer. The buyer.
They don't know that you're doing
They know
this.
that I am.
No, they don't. They don't care.
Yeah, I found them. Okay. Yep. So they want to know if I'll have any more of these available. Well, I have them available. I don't know why you asking me that question. Yes, I let AI answer that question. It had a pre-done answer, so that's good. We got Grams and Pops Vintage. Grams says, hey,
Hello, Teresa.
Now, where's Corey? How come he doesn't watch anymore?
Corey's busy.
Brenda Smith says, hello, everyone.
Hello, Brenda. Christopher Nutter.
Where am I missing?
Right here.
Well, we got David Pentland from Scotland.
Oh,
We also have
David!
Christopher Nutter.
David, did you get your package yet?
Time to Sell Collectibles says, hello, John and Jenna and FA family. Hope all is well.
Yes,
All is
we
well.
hope all is well with you all.
That's awesome. We got Jane's Jungle Safari. I'll be in the replay crew today. I'm watching my granddaughter, and she doesn't want to watch you guys. Well, hey.
I don't blame her. She's 4, so
There's
we'll cut her some slack.
thousands other people that don't want to watch us, guys. So, I don't blame her either.
It's quite all right.
Susan Phelps says, I got a return on an item shipped to them bubble wrap box, returned an Amazon bubble mailer. Electric router back was off and component inside fell out. Yeah, all you can really do there is, now you could attack it this way. If you've never done it before, you can go in before you refund and report the buyer and then make a case, add photos to what happened, and allow eBay to step in and say, this is a swap out and we're going to not give the buyer anything and we're going to close the case. But I feel like if you do it more than once, you're probably going to get less favorable results from that, and it's better to only do it when it's an expensive item and it's like egregious. David says, by the way, the outro is amazing. I was busy when the last live ended and I thought your finish was awesome. Well, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, David. Time to Sell Collectibles. It's already the first Friday in October. I mean, gosh, we're just talking about the new year, it seems like. Now, the good news is we're past the summer heat. Still kind of warm.
Praise the
I'm able
Lord.
to work outside in the garage for once. I wish it would just stay like this from here on out.
Yeah.
Josh says, congrats on the new AI tool. It's not a new AI tool. It's like me. See, this is where an example of nobody would be able to use this tool the way I use it. It's so unique to what I need that this is the power of finding something like this and learning how to interact with AI and give it instructions and saving that instruction set, so you just go back as a bookmark and say, okay, let's continue this process again. And it's amazing what it can do. It's like there's no way it's going to do this, and you just watch it do it. It's pretty fun. So it's like having an AI. It's like having the smartest 5-year-old. I said 3-year-old initially, but I'll give it a little credit. It's like having a genius, but it's in a 3-year-old's body where they get like distracted and they're not focused, because many times I have to tell it like, I told you this is what you need to do and somehow you skipped it. What's up? Oh yeah, sorry, and it goes on, and so it has its limitations. It's if you're going to like embark on something with AI, you really have to carefully check its work and hope that it doesn't slow you down, because some people would say, look, I can just list faster than that, I don't need AI. And maybe in its current form, the way I showed it to you, you're right, but I would say that for me, if I could have it take the same amount of time doing that work while I'm doing something else and I just check on it every 15 minutes, then it's going to save me some time still. Wolfman says, howdy everyone, nice to see you. David says, I enjoyed your eBay live video. It looked like a diluted USA event. Where's the snacks? They didn't even feed you guys? I would have stormed out earlier than you guys did. Michael Mullet, did the audio go super low for anyone else? I hope not. I made sure the volume was right.
That was in the beginning of the show, honey. So
no, but I didn't change it. I have changed it before we started, so I'm just going to check real quick. The volume is good, so hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. Susan says, in Google type eBay callback. Second post, I think, was a link. They've called back each and every time within minutes, just a heads up. Huh. I don't know what that is. Are you talking about the video I showed you?
No, she's talking about
the
phone number for...
Okay. Dave says, I like the mime in the bottom right hand corner. So I had a video of myself in that bottom right-hand corner. I don't know if you saw
No,
us.
I think he's talking about us.
Okay. But I actually...
He's making fun of me.
Well, you know. Big Dre says, hello, John, Jenna, and chat. Packing a vacuum that sold for $200 plus free shipping. Paid $9 for it. I love that. I like it a lot. David said, Jenna's looking fabulous.
Well, thank you,
Nice.
David. Oh, by the way, David, I'm checking on your package right now, and it's currently in customs. So
I don't know. Hopefully it gets to you
know
intact.
how
That's no good.
that takes.
Shopping with Cheryl says, Jenna can shop and blame AI. Bonus.
That's right.
No,
That's what I'm talking
because
about.
I'm creating a unique password and I'm signing out of this browser every time. For a number of reasons. I don't want the browser to do like random things on its own, right? Alicia says, I only use AI to remove wrinkles from my clothing pictures before I post them. Other than that, AI is for the birds.
Oh,
you say that now.
You say that now.
I promise you will be using it for something more than just wrinkle relief.
Wrinkle release.
Skynet is real.
Skynet.
Michael Mullis says, I need some AI to artificially motivate me to get up early.
Well, if that's the case, then I need that too.
Duncan says, hit you can do it button, Jenna.
You can do it!
Jacqueline B says, hi, good afternoon. I know I haven't been on a live in forever, but John, I think I saw you at a hockey game, preseason game with the Knights and Kings.
Nope, wouldn't have been him.
So this is crazy. So I don't go to hockey games. I've only gone to one hockey game. It was last season, and it was the Kings versus the Knights, but it was last year. It was, last November or October? But it wasn't this year, so that wasn't me.
Didn't you?
I went with Justin and them.
But that was in LA.
It was in here in Vegas.
I don't know why I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
they came to Vegas. It was
I don't
here.
remember that.
Pat is still in the pool.
You're still in the pool.
No, there's no peeing in the pool either. Callie Deb says, I got a sale already before hitting the thumbs up button. I just clicked the thumbs up. Bring in more sales.
Yes.
There we go. Hit that thumbs up and get a sale within the next 24 hours. Kelly Deb says, John, turning off EIS did seem to help with sales. Now, it's not going to help everyone. It may hurt some people, but I think if your sales aren't where they were pre-May of 2024, it's worth trying for at least a week. David says, hey, everyone. I said hi before the start up, but I don't think it comes up. Maybe.
Oh.
But we're just doing our thing, going through and reading comments, and I can't get to everyone, so I apologize for that if I skipped it maybe. Gail
I don't
says,
know
hey, John and Jenna, FA family, happy FA family, happy family.
Whoa.
I'm trying to do two things at once, read and push buttons, so it's kind of throwing me off.
Push buttons.
Well, you need to. Jacqueline says, wow, I'm glad I came to this live today. I'm going back to eBay as soon as I can. That's very encouraging. Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad to offer some kind of encouragement. Mike?
I'm glad you're here. That's awesome.
Mike Mecco says, I met Michelle and Lucy from TreeCat at the meetup, and they were really cool people. Yes. A lot of cool, exciting things from TreeCat. We'll be talking about TreeCat a little later when we do our giveaway, so make sure you're here for that. Devon says, hello, I'm at the cabin just checking in. I can't use all my data. Love you, FAE fan.
Mwah. Have fun at the cabin.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Wish we were there.
Secondhand Media Man, don't forget to have all paid orders labeled before midnight Saturday to avoid the USPS increase. That's good advice. So what you'll find is, so if you're like me or like us, we have calculated shipping. So it's going to be calculated based on what they buy it for today, and then their new rates don't show until Sunday. Well, if they buy it, we're not shipping it until Monday, I'm going to have a higher price on those labels than I would have if I just ran them right away.
So what should I do?
I think maybe tomorrow evening, maybe run the labels. I don't know. I'll be home later in the evening, so it may be too late for that. Semperfi1918 says,
Hey!
Last month would have been outstanding, but $250 return and $100 cancellation.
Yeah.
That's no
We
good.
know that feeling.
That is not bueno. The not so handy man says starting 20 minutes late, but I'm watching at 1.75 speed. So y'all talk about that. And Big Dre says putting in my tire at the storage unit, I may have ran over a screw. Hopefully that doesn't throw you off, not so handy man.
It's throwing me off.
Okay.
Putting air in my tire at the storage unit, I may have ran. Oh, I hope not.
Well,
that stinks.
That's just another example of how flippant ain't easy. Big Dre says putting air in my tire at the storage unit. I know it's the YouTube ain't easy either. Not so handy man says fellow Las Vegas reseller here. Nice to see you.
Well, hello. Wait, huh? I thought you just read his comment.
He had another one.
Okay.
It's on 1.75 speed.
Oh, this is too fast for me.
Ryan Hess says hello all. I have a Dr. colonoscopy appointment.
Ew.
For a colonoscopy. Appointment for Tuesday. Thinking of you and the FAE toilet seat.
Yeah, Monday's gonna be rough for you.
but Tuesday's not gonna be that bad.
Tuesday will be a walk in the park compared to Monday.
Gail says USPS sucks. Found out today that they don't have to stop and pick up your packages unless they have mail to deliver. Red flag means nothing. Well, it's a service they offer. Now, the local... They're supposed to. So, I would say if they're giving you a problem...
Who has red flags anymore is what I want to know.
Well, on the mailbox?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would... It may be worth going in and talking to the supervisor at your local post office and finding out what gives. And let them know, this is a service that's offered to USPS. There shouldn't be... preferential treatment given to one customer that you're not willing to offer us. So if you're not offering to us, you shouldn't offer it at all. Don't screw it up for me, by the way. But say, look, if you're not going to have your carrier do this, I will go up the chain because it should be happening. So look, this is your business, and anything that you can do to help save you time, whether it's AI or USPS picking up your packages, you need to pursue it. That's just my opinion. Michael says, yep, it's fine now. It was just during the start of the AI training video. That's interesting. I thought I was... Oh,
it may have been because remember when you would play a video or something on the other side, it wouldn't come... The sound just got messed up.
Derek says, John, what I've learned over a period of time, as you have learned, it's best to start a new chat, but before you do, give that chat a code number of some sort and tell it to remember this chat. Well, what I did was I went to Word and I wrote down the whole spiel that I wanted to follow. And I mean painstakingly from the start to the end. And maybe my wording wasn't great, so I went in to another session and said, reword this so that it's going to help you stay on point. And it reworded it, and then it said, oh, we think that there's some kind of malicious code. And I said, no, this is just you and describing what I need. So that's good that it stopped it from doing it, but I would still be very, very careful on that. Derek W. Pat says, the paste that code in the new chat, 95% change, it works. So are you doing AI at all, Derek? Jacqueline says, honestly, I'm learning a lot. Using AI, it has a lot of knowledge. It does. Mm-hmm. It likes to make stuff up. So, my thing was rule number 1, only stick to these 3 sites. The source site, Amazon, and eBay. Do not venture out and search beyond that. And it's done a good job with that. Jacqueline says, I took a long time to recover after my brother's death, and I worked a lot at Swap Meet Broad Acres. That's over here. So you are local Vegas. My regular job, but I'm ready to go back to online.
I'm so sorry to hear about your brother. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is local because we have the Broad Acres Swap Meet over here.
Yes, she said she was.
And I got to tell you, not my favorite place to source.
No.
Everyone wants the same price for everything you pick up. You pick up $20. It's just $20. And it's like, how can you make... I mean, I don't know. I don't know how... I know that Archie and Mike, they're able to buy a few things, but I couldn't get beyond the whole $20 for something that sells for $30. I just couldn't do it. Susan says, great to see you both. Thanks for the advice about opting out of international shipping. Well, darn it, I'm glad that it worked for you. And you know what? I think it's a good program. I think it's well meant. I think they put it together on paper really well. And if it worked 100% the same as being opted out as it pertains to sales, if you got the same volume of sales, then I would be opted in. It's a no-brainer. But if there's something that's holding back, I don't know if it's maybe wasted impressions on the people, like millions of people that are off of eBay.com, and maybe you're only in eBay's mind allowed so much traffic, and a lot of it's wasted on international traffic, and therefore you're not going to get as many impressions to the domestic people. I don't know. That's just a theory that people have put out there that I'm repeating. But to me, it's a glitch, and I'm not willing to be a victim of a glitch. And if I suspect that there's a glitch, so I'm going to do everything I can to avoid that glitch or that pothole in the road. Jacqueline says, you know what? I was at that game. Also, I'm a huge Kings fan because I'm originally from California, but I live in Vegas now, and both times they won. So if the game you're at, they won, then yes, they lost. It was the 6-5 game, and I bet.
How do you remember that shit?
Because I remember random things, but the Kings won 6-5. So the Kings won, the Knights lost. It was a 6-5 game, and we initially went down and watched them warm up right on the glass, and then we were up on the other side on the first level.
Oh, I remember.
We're on the first level,
yes.
and we had great seats, but it was a crazy back and forth game. I was at that game, and then my friends that were there were Kings fans, and they were giving the mascot like a lot of hell because the mascot at Golden Knights used to be a diehard Kings fan, and they were giving him a hard time for it. Duncan says, maybe I prayed too hard for some slower sales.
Oh, be careful what you pray for.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Susan says, after opting out of international shipping, the next day I had 8 sales for a total profit day of $135. And also, thank you for your video about selling for parts only. 3-day return. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
that video took off for parts only. I don't know if it was a thumbnail pointing at me for parts only, but it was a really crazy. Let's see, I just want to see where it's at. 9,200 views, almost 10,000 views in the little bit of time. So it's absolutely gone crazy. So that's good stuff. Duncan says, flip it ain't easy. 40% of your sale when you hit the like button money to Jenna. She needs funds. Shopping with Cheryl says, I live on the end of a dead-end road, so they only come when they have mail for me.
Oh.
I don't know about you, but if I was ever placed in that situation where they're like weren't performing and picking up, they're ignoring my requests, because you put the request on USPS.com, it'll say if it's approved or not. If it's approved, then that means that's a set of instructions that's being handed down to that post office they're not following, and I would pursue it. And if that means writing the Postmaster General, then that's what it means.
Oh, that's a pain in the neck, let me tell you.
Gail says, I did. He was on the other one that told me that. Went round and round with him.
Yeah, when you were saying about picking up the mail.
Oh, yeah. So it's time to say, okay, you're not willing to help me with that. Let's just take it up the ladder and see what they say.
Unfortunately, sometimes people don't do their job until the higher-ups are informed.
Yeah, because there's no reason why another customer somewhere can get a different level of service.
Yeah.
I promise you that most locations will have the staffing to do it. What I found is that some of these carriers, they just don't want to.
They're just lazy.
Yeah, some are
They're
lazy.
Very lazy.
And that's not coming from me. That's coming from the carrier that works with these people that has to clean up their mess.
When he takes a day off, like that's not a scheduled day off, he has to literally call in and tell his boss, hey, make sure whoever's picked up my shift is going to John and Jenna Miller's address, because they have large pickups, and it's sad that he has to go that extra mile. No one employee should have to work harder than another. It's terrible.
Yeah. So I ended up getting, where's that package? Oh, it's down. Did you
What
put it down? I had a package up there. This doesn't happen too often, but we ended up getting a package, and it. I'm gonna cover the dude's name up, just kind of put it like this so that. There we go. So it says A and K, address not known. Doesn't say I and K. That's an A, and this was a package from the 29th of May.
Oh my gosh.
That was returned back to us, and I can't. It doesn't.
What is it?
It's just an $8 item, so I don't know if the guy like moved and doesn't. I don't know. So, it's quite old, but it's just a part. So, you're gonna open it. Anyway. David says, I sent a pair of jeans to El Paso and UPS gave me the option to send as a gift. The label is eBay branded. I wonder how it'll get on. Huh, interesting.
Oh, it's a Dyson.
Is it a Dyson or is it it's a Keurig lid. It's a lid for a Keurig coffee maker. Yeah. I looked at what it was. Secondhand Media Man. I run offsite promotion. EIS is very much needed for that. Lots of international buyers. I mean, it's up to everyone to kind of figure out if EIS is going to work, and some people say they're happy with it. My answer to that is to continue doing it. You know, I'm reading a lot of people that are like still up in arms about the boxes, right? And my thing is,
It's time to get over it.
Yeah, and my answer to that is, look, we're all adults here.
Move on.
We're all adults here. I'm providing information. All my information isn't meant to be like, guys, this is what you got to be doing. If you're not doing this, you're totally losing out. No, I mean, if you feel like, look, it's like not worth your hassle to deal with these boxes, or you know, you're afraid that there's going to be ramifications that result as from you using these boxes, then by all means, don't use them. I've figured out what's going to work for us, and let the chips fall where they may. I am very, very confident that it's a nothing burger and nothing's going to come out of it. So we're just going to continue to use the boxes when we need them. I think we only use them a couple times anyway, so it's not like we're using them on every shipment. Just when the item is the right size and that's the right box, that's what we're going to use. Derek says, even as a paid member of using ChatGPT, it still goes off the subject after a period of time. I have this feeling, look, this AI browser comment, it does a pretty darn good job, but it's still rather new, and there's a lot of things that need to be updated with it, where it's still kind of getting in its own way. Like, for instance, I was doing this process just yesterday before I bought this Pro, and I bought the Pro under a different email address, so I had to do a new session, so I couldn't reference the session that I did yesterday. And the one that I was doing yesterday with fewer instructions was working better than what I was doing today. So maybe I just need to go and copy and paste those instructions or that session and try it again. But I'm going to dial it in to where it's going to be a useful product. It may just take a little while. It's Friday, says UTC Towing. Yes, it's Friday, and we're going to give away some TreeCat merch here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. Don't have a lot. What?
Did the mailman give you any packages?
Nope, except for the new batch of boxes that are earmarked for Archie.
Yeah, Archie, where are you?
Yeah, I don't know where Archie is.
He's not here, but he has some boxes to pick up because
Yes.
I ain't doing it.
Jacqueline B says, there was a lot of my brother's stuff. He was not married and no children. He was 55 years old. I could not listen to and be around his items for a long time. Back online, came here first for best advice.
Very good. I mean, I completely understand that I don't know that if my sisters or my mom, it's a very sensitive thing, and I don't blame you whatsoever. Do it at your pace. Don't try and jump ahead first into something that has obviously made you feel some type of way. And Grief is, there's no recipe, there's no book, there's nothing you can follow. Just do what you can when you can, because that, God forbid, if anything were to ever happen to this man right here, I would lose my mind and I wouldn't be able to be anywhere near anything. So I completely understand what you're going through.
You haven't lost your mind yet?
Well, you made me lose my mind a long time ago, but I'm just saying, you know, I understand completely.
Keith was, and going back to what you're saying there, Jacqueline. You know, I think we're going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here, and you know, tune in when you need us, and you know, when you want to be part of the community. I understand completely when you're trying to juggle all the things, life. eBay, Instacart, delivery.
It's a lot. It is such a lot.
Yeah, it's not easy. But, you know, we're here as a support if you guys need us.
Yeah, all you can really do is one day at a time. I know that sounds so cliche, but literally I just got done telling Tyler the same thing. It is one day at a time, no matter who you are and what you're going through. That sometimes it's just an hour by hour situation.
Keith says, yeah, there was only 900 people that attended the event, 200 eBay staff.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So, I'm taking it was only a 1 day event, right? It was only a 1 day event. So it was until like 11:30 at night, and they only stayed till 7:30 or something. I mean, knowing what I do now about the 3-day event we went to, I kind of wish I would have interacted more with the eBay employees than I did to keep picking their brain. But then realizing that, what was the point? I mean, you know, I don't know if I would have necessarily learned anything from them, but my hope is that there's one or two people that cared enough. Like, for instance, the one rep who did my account review with me. I mean, we did have a couple emails back and forth about that file that she sent me and what it meant. And so she was at least willing to follow up and kind of go over some of that with me. Whereas, you know, what I'm getting for a lot of people just got crickets. So I do believe there are people at eBay who care.
Cicadas.
Yeah, there's people at eBay who care and really do want to see sellers succeed, and then there's other people who look at it as, this is just my job, and once I'm gone from this event or this thing, I don't want extra work, so I don't want to be bothered. And maybe that's what it is. Yeah, David says, the chat seems quiet tonight. You know, it's Q4 when you wake up to sales. I had 2 when I opened my peepers this morning. That's awesome. So for me, it's about maintaining my sales, and I don't know if I can show you guys, because I wasn't prepared to do that. But I think what I might do is take a look at something a little differently. So if I do custom last year as compared to the last month, just to see kind of where I'm at. What is today? Today's the 3rd, so the 3rd of September.
October.
Well, 3rd of September is what I'm going to use to generate the report. So it'll give me 30 days from there, and it's doing something, right? Okay, report as compared to, okay, so here it is.
There's Corey.
Here's my comparison. So my goal right now in this time of year, I want to do better in Q4 than I did last year. So we could talk about how we're doing so far this year. We know it's been pretty positive. We're ahead of last year. But what's going to really determine our success is having a better Q4 this year than last year. So we're since the last month, we're at 16,586, which is up 18%. So I think that means that we were probably somewhere around 13,000 last year for that 30-day period. 207 sales, up 27%. And our ASP actually is down. That's surprising.
Down.
As compared to the last 30 days as of the, where is it
I
at?
thought it was
September 3rd through October 3rd of 2004.
It's at 80. and before it was at 70 something.
Yeah, we're right now at 70 something. So I don't know what that is. If I go and say, okay, so what does it look like right now as compared to last year from October to November? Look how much it goes up. I mean, we're entering in the right now. We're entering in the slowdown period for us. Our numbers for this last month, as compared to what we did October to November of last year, is up for. If we can maintain this, we would increase by 41%, which is outstanding. Okay, so we're just trying to focus on that to finish the year off on a upswing and not down. So Joe says, my town has no mail pickup or delivery. We have to go to the post office to get our mail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if that's what your town has, right?
I mean, when I lived in Oregon, I had to go to the post office to get my mail too, and the post office was in town, so I had to. That was a long drive.
Got Carla wants to know: are you having trouble with tape sticking to the boxes, the new boxes?
I haven't had that problem on the Ground Advantage boxes just yet because I've only used one box, to be quite honest.
Speaking of shipping, I want to offer a reward. We keep dealing with this paper tape machine, and I know there's some people that kind of tuned in last live and said, yeah, this is what you got to do. Well, we take the damn thing out, the little tray with the brush, and we put it back in. We may get like 3 or 4 nice pieces of tape that are perfect, and then it jams again. It's getting through the main roller, but it's like bunching up right between the roller and where it meets
where it feeds
into and crosses over the brush. And when we take the brush out completely so it doesn't get damp, we run it. It's dry, but it runs perfectly. And then we just got to run it over manually over the brush. She doesn't like that.
I will not do that.
So I'm offering a $25 reward to the first person who will give me $25.
This is not a joke. This is
a
for real.
$25 gift card to Amazon, let's say. Because, look, getting an eBay one is a pain in the ass. I'm not going to go through that. But a $25 gift card to the first person who can steer me to the right answer to fix this problem. And the right answer cannot be buy a new machine or buy a new part. It is to, because buying a new part was like $100. I can pay it, but I'd rather fix what I have. So if there is a fix and a solution to this Better Pack 555E machine that will allow me to no longer have these jams, then please help me fix this, and I'll reward you with a $25 gift card.
Please send us an email, send us an Instagram message, send us something, because the frustration that both him and I are having is on another level, and it is making shipping that much longer because, I used to be able to tap it, paste, and move on. And I can't do that because now I have to use regular tape. And it's just frustrating. And, it's the third world problems and all, but
yeah.
It is an issue for the momentum that we have in doing the job that we have.
Keith says, since turning off global shipping program, GSP, it's still working with improving sales for him. I just think maybe you have items that are getting impressions, and maybe look, let's say you're a store owner, you have a brick and mortar, right? And you have a special kind of item. You really don't want people who have no intention on buying that item to walk in your store and, traffic through your store, make a mess, bother other customers who might be interested. And I'm not saying that's happened. It's a bad example. But I think eBay looks at those looky-loos that really are from other sites, other countries, that are maybe looking to see, and maybe you're turned off by the whole high EIS price to begin with, and then they go away. But yet you are using up an impression, or that is an impression or an empty impression. I think there's something there. Now, look, I go over and just think out loud a lot on this show, it might sound ridiculous to some people out there, and it may be ridiculous, but if we're not willing to have the conversation that these things could be happening, that that could be affecting your store, it kind of provides some logic for trying to turn it off to see if it works for you. And for some people, they're reporting that they're getting better sales as a result. So I don't know the why. I can only kind of guess as the why. Like, oh, it's about to rain. I wonder why. Well, because we got a storm coming in. Okay, that makes sense. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. We got Corey. Happy Friday, folks. Nice to see you, Corey. Steven, SS Bargain Barn. Jenna, I still use that red flag method.
That's wild to me. I mean, I know there's people out there that live on land and they, live in the sticks.
There's still people that have
still houses that have mailboxes.
There's still people that have houses where they don't have a barrier between their backyard and their neighbor's backyard.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's wild.
That too. That's crazy to me. We would never be able to have our dogs.
Yeah, they'd be gone.
Yeah.
Jacqueline says, thank you for that advice. Yes, I'm definitely going to subscribe because I've known John and Jenna for years online. I just needed to take a break, completely close all my online accounts.
I don't blame you. Sometimes we have to step away from life things or interruptions that are causing us to either get depressed or is just too much at the time, and we have to close it down and just refocus on what's important. And just remember that hard does not last forever. I promise you.
Only if you allow hard to get comfortable.
Well,
not hard, but like your situation, if you allow it to become. I had this conversation with a family member, and it had nothing to do with reselling. It just like your situation is tough and you're getting comfortable within that situation. If you're not willing to try something new that's not comfortable to you, whatever that is that's going to improve your situation, then the chances are you're just going to be staying in that situation 2 years from now, wondering why can't I get out of this rut.
Yeah, and I think, as far as getting yourself uncomfortable, I don't think that has any relevancy to Jacqueline, but I think it does in a matter of if you quiet the noise, and that means quieting the noise, and you can refocus and you can dream bigger, you can hope bigger, you can have hope, period. Sometimes turning off the noise of the surrounding life can be a game changer for you, and it puts you in a better mindset. Just don't stay stuck in it.
But sometimes hope requires some action.
Yeah.
And so you can't, it's not enough to say, oh, I want to build this eBay store, but I'm going to continue. Like, for instance, last year, I was in more of a let's maintain 200 to 225 listings on the main store. We're making a decent, we're making it work with that. And I can't sit there and say, well, I need to earn more money. I'd like to earn more money. How do I earn more money if I'm only maintaining and not willing to build? So we started this year to really build the store, and we've become more than maintain mode. And because of that action, we're actually seeing the benefits of making more money. So whatever that is, whatever you want, you can do it, but you got to be willing to I'll keep saying this, get uncomfortable and do something that you may normally not want to do, but at the end, you're going to benefit from it. Right. So Travis in Dallas says, yes, ChatGPT does forget. AI will forget after a while. Mm-hmm. If you tell it, remember this, it should keep permanently stored in that project. But here's the wild thing. This is wild. So I'm watching it work. It's building an item description for me. And what did it say?
I can't say what it said.
Oh, it said, these items were purchased at, in my listing, and then it says, all sales are final. What? Who told you to say that? This is making some shit up here. I'm like, I don't want you to say any of that. Now, I'm sure there's people that may say all sales are final, but that's like weird to me. It's like, no, I don't want them to think that at all. David Pentland says Trump just commanded Israel to cease bombing Gaza. And this is a channel to get us away from that.
But
Lisa
it's
says,
a good thing.
Listening and listing, yes.
Hello, Lisa, little bumblebee.
Keith says, yes, one-day event and no show finished at 7:30. I only stayed till 3:30. Okay, 7:30 makes more sense. I don't see them staying till midnight going, okay, I guess everyone's gone. We can go home now. So, but you stayed till 3:30. So, then there must not have been food there because I would have stayed for the food. I'm just that way. They had a good spread out here. And the late party was on till late, but at a different location. Keith says there is one rep that cared and went above and beyond, but we can talk about that on the show. Okay. So that means you're going to come on the show.
Yeah, he's going to come on Monday. He says it's somewhere later.
Graham Bates says not so handy, man. Had to switch back to my personal account. Made it to a live at 3:49. Now you all are slow.
We know.
Yeah, it's not a very busy show. I guess I see that whenever I bring up AI, it turns people off. They don't want to watch the show. They think somehow that I'm trying to mind control. Like oh, you're gonna use AI, and no, it's if you want to list auctions the way you listed them back in 2005, and run your business however you want, then that's fine. I'm not here to judge anyone, but I am here to tell you what I'm doing. That's what this show is kind of centered around, and sometimes that comes off as you should do this too. In fact, I don't think anyone should do what I just tried to do. That's my advice. So don't try it.
It can be very dangerous, but it can also be very helpful. So I'm okay with AI as it is now, and I'm sure I know it will evolve in the years to come. But just as we were afraid to use smartphones and I mean, does anybody remember 1999 and when the clocks were supposed to switch over to the year 2000, that all the computers were just going to die?
That was Y2K.
Yeah.
It was called.
I mean, we're still here. We still have technology.
Time to Sell Collectibles says on September 29th, upgraded my eBay store subscription from starter store to basic. Received a $1.25 store adjustment, then was charged $3.25 store charge and received third quarter $25 eBay gift card.
Good.
And well, it's a code. It's a code that you can use towards the purchase of supplies.
Yeah,
but
it's a gift card code.
Time to Sell Collectibles now have fourth quarter $25 gift card too, or the code.
Yeah, we need small boxes, by the way.
What's 42?
Huh?
Are you cheating?
42.
Well, because we're gonna do a drawing soon for.
Oh.
Are you cheating? All right, we'll give you credit if you guys want to. Well, I don't want to do it yet because then I have to go through the whole chat log.
It's only 4.
Kelly says, "Have you considered contacting the company who manufactures them?"
The tape machine.
We have been on their site, but I think it's going to require a little bit more investigation.
It's going to require some tools.
I know nothing, Jon Snow. Joseph Mars says, "Have you washed the brush on the machine?" Yes. We did that.
I have washed it.
She gave it a haircut.
Trimmed it.
She gave it a haircut
and got all the gunk off the top layer of the brush. I've literally cleaned this whole thing.
Try cleaning with rubbing alcohol, maybe. Cleaning what? The metal part. We cleaned. I went in there with some goof off, and I cleaned it. I even got a metal brush, and I scrubbed the stickiness off of there.
Yeah.
So that's not it. Jacqueline B says, "Have you tried asking ChatGPT or Copilot? They seem to give good advice on things that take a picture of it and send it though. I might try that again. I know that I do ask AI quite often." Thomas S says, "I'm back. Just private picks or collection buys to people who reply to my ad. Friday night is my go-to night since I don't have to get up early for work on Saturday."
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Susan says, "How long after you ordered the boxes did you get that it shipped?" Probably 2 weeks. And
it for some reason seemed like longer than it should have been. But I think they're just trying to get a flow and figure everything out.
So Keith says on the machine, feed roll, tension, pressure, roller misalignment. The top feed roller may be pressing too hard or too loosely, causing the uneven tension so the tape can't glide smoothly towards the brush area. Inspect the spring tension in the upper roller. Make sure the rollers are clean, parallel, and turning freely. If one side grips more than the other, the tape will skew and bunch before the brush. But why is it that every time we run it without the brush there, it works perfect?
Yeah.
Juan says, thanks for everything you do.
Oh, thanks.
Derek W. Pat says, speaking of bugs, one of my sales today, shipping come up with the customer choosing FedEx. I was confused as FedEx is not an option I give the buyers. I contact the customer about it. They told me they don't know about FedEx, that USPS was fine with them. Communication, it works every time.
Well,
There you
as
go.
long as they respond.
Sometimes it'll say when you have just a standard shipping setup with no actual designated policy for a carrier, it'll say buyer selected priority mail. It's like, no, I wouldn't offer priority mail on this. You just run it the best you can with Ground Advantage or whatever. Is Roman here in the chat? No, Roman's not.
Roman's
Where is
not
Roman?
here.
Keith says if it's not the spring tension, there's probably a guide plate tape path lever, or the cutting assembly may be slightly out of alignment, catching the edge of the tape. I think I've come to the conclusion, though, that it's something that has to do with that brush. It's a brush in a little trough of water that's fed by a water tank, and you slide it underneath that mechanism, and the brush, I pushed it in so that it's aligned right.
I really want you to just buy a new brush. If you don't, I will. I mean,
He says, as soon as you
you're not
started
gonna be
talking
home
about
tomorrow.
AI, as soon as you started talking about AI, you lost like 30 people watching. I think so too. I mean, it won't be every topic, but I think there's some old school folks that are like, look, I don't care how you press it or sell it. I ain't interested. I get it. Graham says, I'll judge them for you, John. Use AI or else.
No, that was Corey, not Graham's.
Grams and Pops.
Yeah.
Michael Mullet says, got my like sale, Bob Ross paintbrush.
Nice.
There you go. Yep. Everyone was worried that their clock wouldn't turn over properly. Graham Bates says, sorry, I meant when I was listening at 1.75 speed, you were speaking fast. When I got to live, you were speaking slowly. I'm very excited if AI can fill in all the make, model, year, trim details. Yeah, it can do it. It's inconsistent right now, and it's like keeping somebody that's not focused on task, and it's like, I don't have time to do that. If it's an automated process, it needs to be an automated process. So for me, it's maybe going back to square one and saying, look, I'm still going to do my drafts, and then maybe have it go into all the drafts that are for auto parts and have it do the fitment, because I know that works fine. The Rambling Gambler says, hello, good luck. Hello, good luck. Awesome. Keith says, 42 is the answer to live the universe and everything. Michelle R, that's the number that John gave Radwellix. What's up, says Michelle R. Nice to see you.
Hello, Michelle.
Thomas says, do they have 12 by 12 by 8 ground select boxes, the same size as priority mail boxes? They were 12 by 8 by 5, and the other one was a little bit bigger than that.
It's like one is a shoebox size, and then one is like a more just a regular. I don't remember.
So Keith is saying that if you could run it without the brush, then the brush is too moist.
That's not what he said.
It's
what he
it's
said.
the same thing.
No.
If I say wet and moist, who disagrees with that?
I don't care.
You could have interchanged the word moist there.
He purposely put wet because he knows I don't like the other word.
Right.
Right, Keith?
So you're saying to what? Try the assembly without any water in it?
No, he's saying there's too much water, so maybe we need to...
But the thing is, the trough is filled by the water tank. So the water tank's always going to give it a certain amount of water.
Right, but the brushes are holding water already.
Right. So how do you run it with the water
You gotta
tank?
squeeze it out.
Every what? Nobody's got it. Nobody does that with this machine. There's a problem with the brushes then, if that's the case.
Thank
Lilac
you.
Seller
Buy
Meg says, hey,
the
hey.
brushes.
Rad Relics, I love AI. Just made a video about it. Let the old heads fall behind. They can play catch up or rub their sticks together to start a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but AI is life.
I haven't really asked Grok or any AI about it. I haven't gone there. I thought you guys have hands-on experience, so I trust your judgment more than an AI that was just running all over the place trying to tell the world where I buy my stuff and that all sales are final.
Yeah.
And I gave it a template. Here's the exact HTML I want you to use in this item description. It made me like 5 different versions of its own thing. And it even did one like the way eBay does it with AI. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Keith says, if the tape hits the brush, sticks or drags and bunches up, the brush has absorbed too much water, so the glue on the tape reactivates too soon, makes it too tacky before it clears the brush.
You're starting to make sense, Keith.
Derek says, after the FedEx issue, I went to check my shipping business policy to double check that I didn't click FedEx on accident. No issues there. I just think that it's just one of those things where I don't know if you have it set for a certain policy, for a certain carrier, you just have it set as standard, and it allowed the buyer to select it. Or select it. They didn't select it, but it selected it for them. Corey says, just listen to Jenna, buy a new one, and send me that one. If I buy a new one, I'm selling this one for parts or repair and saying, hey, this is a used item. Keith says, wring out the brush until it's only damp and not dripping. Reduce water level in the tank. You should be able to touch the brush, feel moisture, but not see beads of water. No, we don't see beads of water.
No, there's no beads of water, but you might be right with the brushes holding too much water, because that's not something I even thought of. I never.
But the
thought
water
to
level is
wring.
never going to change because it's constantly
It's being
fed.
fed by a water.
Right, so it keeps a
tank.
certain level in the trough that the brush sits in.
Yeah, which we can't control. However, I'm wondering if it's dispensing too much.
So you're saying that it's like
Water.
having a big, like the McDonald's size straws in your drink that like you take one drink and half the drink's gone, versus the little red martini straws that you have to really put a ton of effort
What
in
do
to
you
get
know
anything
about
out.
martini straws?
I know about them because, when I ordered my Shirley Temples, they would bring them with that.
my
And it's like,
God.
this is a small straw.
Oh my god.
Thomas S. says, keep using that word and she will make you sleep in the doghouse. There is no doghouse.
There is no doghouse. However, I could probably sabotage his sleeping.
What I'm
For
avoiding,
sure.
Michelle, is look, you say buy the brushes.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy the brushes and go, well, that didn't work. There's $80 out for that. And now we're still
Just-
working on it.
I would rather buy the brushes and be done with this situation.
This is where I need Primo, his influence to. I need to channel my inner Primo.
Where is Primo?
I don't know.
Everybody's gone. Where did everybody go? Where is
Susan
everyone?
says, so you're saying turning off international sales. What I'm saying, what worked for me twice now was turning off international sales or the EIS program, going in and opting out and giving it a solid day. And heck, it only took 5 minutes. I got a sale. But for others, they're saying that their sales have changed because of it. What? What's so funny?
Corey's calling you out.
Uh-oh, I have to read it. Duncan says, just take life challenges one day at a time is all anyone can do. Yep.
That's right.
Keith says, I fixed 2 of those machines with similar problems. One was alignment, other pinch roller.
Ah, okay.
Thomas S. says, sounds like a lot of work for what a tape gun can fix. It's just a cleaner look on your packages is all.
No, yeah, tape gun is there is no comparing a tape gun to a paper tape machine. There's no similarities. The easy and hard button is very clear.
So Corey's advice is to call Archie. If he can't fix it, he'll mess it up with enough to make it an easy decision to buy a new one.
Maybe I should call Archie.
Graham says, do you get the umbrellas in your Shirley Temples as well? Actually, I do. Actually, I like those things. I like when they work. I think they're really cool.
Oh my god.
I do get virgin daiquiris, by the way, for anybody's out there. I think they're excellent.
It's just a slushy.
It's wonderful. Pitco says, try putting a bit of sponge in the trough next to the lolly. Your verbiage is a little UK-ish,
No.
even though
No,
it's a little too UK for me.
he's saying trough.
Try putting a bit of the sponge in the
We
trough.
just spell it different. That's all.
Duncan says, "Don't worry, I still here. Nice to see you."
What?
Jacqueline says, "I
You
miss
can do
you
it!"
all. This chat is the bomb."
We miss you, and I'm praying for you, girlfriend.
Speaking of, I've never got a howdy. Howdy to you on a squad. I'm sorry if I missed your
Howdy!
comment. But what happened
You-
to Larry Todd? He says howdy all the time. I didn't see Larry
I'm
Todd.
telling
at all.
you, somebody has stolen our peeps.
Where's everybody at?
Is there a meetup that we didn't get invited
I
to?
don't know. We have 124 watching, so I don't know.
I know, but
Shopping with Cheryl says everyone is out enjoying the nice and cool weather.
yeah, well. I guess.
Keith says if I was close to you, I would look at it, but it's a bloody long swim.
Yeah, that would be one heck of a way to.
David says I said the chat was quiet. It is, yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
We got a bunch of coupons in the mail for
No!
KFC, and I thought of you, Duncan. I'm like, Duncan would love these right here.
Yeah, every time we see anything KFC, we think of you. And believe me, it's on a regular basis.
Big Dre says just got back home. My computer died earlier. Ooh, that's no good. David says, I need paper tape machine. My tape never sticks. And that's the cool thing about paper tape. It's so good.
Yeah,
Just
it is.
really good.
Oh my gosh. It is a game changer.
I'll take your word for that, Corey. You don't have to take that
don't
abuse,
have to
John.
take
Grams is mean. It's okay.
Hey, her and I, we see eye to eye.
Duncan says, John, what was that new AI browser you mentioned on Discord? It's the Comet browser. COMET. Comet.
No.
It's by Perplexity AI.
It's
But it's
Comet.
called Comet. It's
Yeah.
the cool thing, it's a Chrome browser, so you can get your Chrome extensions on there and all this stuff. But if you ask the AI that's within it, hey, how safe is this to use for like certain like automated tasks, like I'm trying to get it, it's like, well, you might want to be careful because if it goes to a site that sees malicious code and acts upon that, it could do all kinds of crap. So now I'm barely paranoid. I'm not going to let it run by itself. I'm going to watch what it does. Well, maybe like while I'm sourcing, I'll have it list some stuff. But, until they make it better, that's why I didn't come out with a video hyping it all up, because I was all excited and then my excitement kind of got tempered a little bit. But it's still exciting.
Yeah.
David says, I use pallet wrap to cover my boxes. John says, it's quiet because he isn't 50 comments behind. I like to think it's because I'm optimized.
No,
I'm a little bit more optimal.
You are not optimized.
Ping says, I was taking a nap and got up late to the chat.
Hello, Ping.
Just do me a favor.
It's okay.
Don't-
Everybody needs a nap every once in
Don't
a
ban
while.
Derek this time, please.
Oh, no.
He's a nice guy. He means well.
We already fixed all that.
Shopping with Cheryl says, I live where the first KFC is. Even had a chicken festival last weekend.
Oh, God.
I was on, so I don't know if I talked to you guys. I think I told you guys about a week ago. I was on X and I saw a post from the grandson of Colonel Sanders, and he's like, yeah, I got the recipe right here. There is no secret.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, here's how you do it. And he's like giving a whole like recipe of KFC. It's like, ooh, I've got to try that. That sounds doable. And it involves cinnamon. That's one of the spices, apparently.
Cinnamon?
Yeah, that's weird.
I never would have thought that.
Duncan says, comment browser, not vomit browser. Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention the best podcast out there yet. So you'll have to watch that on
PPP!
Saturday. Duncan says, did you want me to ban Derek?
No! Nobody banned Derek. Derek's a good one.
I want you to ban
He's a
KFC.
keeper.
I want you to ban KFC. So guys, here's the thing. We're going to do a drawing here. And I want you to, in the chat, put a number between 1 and 200, because we only have 112 people. 1 and 200. The rule is the closest to that wins the TreeCat merch, the shirt and the hat that TreeCat will send you. If there is a tie, let's say we pick the number 115 and it's 113, actually, and let's say we pick, you have 113, the other person has 117. We pick 115. The person that didn't go over will win. So just keep that in mind. That's a tiebreaker. So put that in there, and we are going to play
David wants to know, is it USA only?
not for this one. I'm going to tell them to ship it anyway. We'll see. They will the other company that did the supplies were like giving me a hard time about David winning, but we had them ship it to us, and we just decided we're going to ship it to him. So here's the deal. We're going to show you this while you put your numbers in, and when the TreeCat promo is done, then we will draw the numbers. Okay? Here we go. You hear us talk about TreeCat a lot on this channel. And yes, it's a cross-listing tool. They support eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. They just added Whatnot. So many features, like how about the ability to end your items if it sells on another platform? How about scheduled relist? So, even eBay doesn't offer that, where you can schedule an item to relist every so many days, weeks, or whatever it is. How about the ability to have a library of your listings, where eBay only keeps your listing 90 days. TreeCat will keep your listings and your photos indefinitely. So they're adding new features all the time. And the cool thing right now, guys, is between now and the end of October, if you use my code FAE, you will get 2 months for free. That's right, 2 months for free. The cool thing is, if you decide to stay with TreeCat, which I think you will, you only pay as you sell. So if you don't make many sales, you're not going to pay much. There's no monthly fees. There's no sign-up fees or anything like that. But use my code FAE to get 2 months for free. What are you waiting for? So there you go. So this is going to be a sponsored drawing by TreeCat, and I want to thank you guys for being a part of it. So now, here I am. I will go and show you over to the screen here. That is the browser that I was telling you about. I'm simply going to ask it to give me a number between 1 and 200, and put it in. I'll put large bold text so we can all see it. Large bold text in the center of the screen, and we are going to draw it. You guys ready? And again, if there's multiple numbers, we're going to read from the top of the chat to the bottom. The first number that is the closest wins. So here we go. It's doing its thing. It's generating a random number. I don't know why it's going through such processes like this, but
what in the?
Well, the number is 158.
Where do you see that?
It's right here. So this thing says, please show the HTML that was generated. So maybe it'll show it to us. It's 158. So there it is.
Why can't you just do
I
it
don't
in-
know. I did it. It ran the number 158. So who's the winner?
Hold on.
Sorry, guys. And I hit my limit on my Comic Pro search, as you guys see.
Okay, so
150.
Thomas is 161. I need a piece of paper.
Just take it out of the... Yeah, there we go. So she'll figure this out based on all that, and we'll keep going. So thank you to the winner, whoever that may be, and we will have TreeCat send out your merch. Make sure that you put... Yeah, Red Relics cheated. Yeah. Here is my email address, flippinainteasy2020@gmail.com. Send me your email if you're the winner, and we will get that out to you. It's a hat, and then make sure you give me your
149.
make sure you give me your size on your shirt. It's a one size fit all hat, so make sure. I don't even have that yet, so you guys are...
I know, ours
lucky.
are on the way.
Ours are going to be on the way. So, Big Dre says, I just realized the person that bought the vacuum today is a repeat buyer, but I can't remember what they bought. But you can go back in and to your orders. So you go back into your orders and select, put their name in, and go for like the last year, and it should come up. So, for instance, if I go to orders, while we're waiting for Jenna to come up with that, the official tally.
I think it's going to be Thomas.
So
Thomas
if
S.
we look at this, okay, so if I go in, I go right here to my repeat order. Let me get this off the screen. Go to my repeat orders. So I'll go, you can go last 90 days, but you can go last year, and then put not by title, but by username. And then you put the buyer's username right there. and then it'll come up with some results, and you can then see what that buyer bought if you kind of want to do that.
So it's Thomas.
Thomas.
He's only 3 away. So,
So 3 away from 158.
So his guess was 161, and it was 158 is the number. So he is the closest.
There you go, Thomas.
Congratulations, Thomas.
Awesome. So that's awesome. Thank you.
You were so close, Gail. So
I know.
Close.
You get a consolation prize. And for the rest of you, the consolation prize is eBay hold music.
That's terrible. That's not a prize at all.
All right. You guys don't really get that. But we'll be doing more of those in the future, so stay tuned. And I think what we're going to do is, like, if you win the TreeCat prize, you can't win it
He
again.
did go over. So what was
if
your
it was
roll?
if it was a tie.
Oh, if it was a tie.
If for instance, someone would have selected 155 being 3 off, 155 would have won as a tiebreaker. So
if it was a tie,
right,
then we were doing the one that didn't go over.
Yeah. So who selected 159? Nobody? They're just goofing around?
No, they're just messing with us now.
Pitco says, do you know if you copy the chat with the numbers in it and ask Grok to pick the one that's closest to 158, it does it for you?
Oh.
Huh? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So go have it go in chat. I don't know. Look, I've had my fill of AI today.
Oh, no. Gail, don't go sit in the corner. There's going to be plenty more giveaways and things like that to come. So don't worry.
Yeah, the win over is just a tiebreaker. If you had two that were the same distance away. David says we've had 70-mile-an-hour winds tonight in Scotland. That's no good.
That's scary. I hate wind.
Tiebreaker, sir. Tiebreaker. Without going over.
Like the Price
is Right. Anybody remember that one?
Please stop.
That's the way it went. I'm sure I got that right.
Time to fly a kite.
With that, I got to go sit in the corner. Yep. So, guys, we're going to be done early today, but no beard.
Thomas, please send us an email with your address and your size for your shirt.
Susan says, can you take the brush out and only put it in when you want to use? We want to use it all the time.
We've tried. I've tried that, and it still doesn't. It still doesn't fix the actual issue. So I don't want to put a Band-Aid on it. I just want to fix it completely.
So here's the thing. We're going to try the recommendations that were given.
Watch your skirts. What? Oh, for the wind.
Yes, congratulations with the winner. For the winner, yes. So, Paul, morning, John, Jen, and chat. Morning to you. We're hello and goodbye. Because we're wrapping up. I'm sorry that you got here late, but you can always be part of the rewatch, play crew.
The rewatch.
So, guys, I want to thank you for being here. I want you guys to have an excellent weekend. We are now starting Q4 protocol, which means to get your stuff listed. It should have been listed already, but get your sales. And if that means finding ways like turning off EIS just for a week to see if it makes a difference, what's it going to hurt? But figuring out how not to be sucked into slow sales like we have the last 2 years is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. I want you guys to have an excellent weekend, and we will talk to you guys here very soon.
We love you. Take care. Have a great weekend. Enjoy.
See ya.
Returns and lowball offers too. Zero takedowns, they're a pain. What can we do?
You can do it!
Selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping ain't easy by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that is within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast. Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, will you guide? With flipping ain't easy by your style. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast. Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord